Boys, how's it going?
It's going good.
Kind of got a good wife bomb for you. You remember when Jay-Z and Eminem did that Home and Home a couple of years ago where they played at Comerica Park and then the Yankee Stadium?
Yes.
So I'm at the Detroit event, and I'm with my two sisters and my wife. So I'm relatively on edge already because I'm the only male. And I don't know if you've gone to any of these concerts, but people were fueled up. They had gas, or they had beer and testosterone in them. And we're in the infield. So I'm like the whole time relatively on edge. I'm not really drinking, I'm just making sure I don't lose a family member. Because God knows if something happens in those circumstances, everyone's going to be like, well, what were you doing?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So we go to the bathroom. I leave my sisters someplace safe. Tell them to keep their hands in the air. And then we go to the bathroom. We get through the line, and we're trying to now get into the actual porta potty section. And there's a young man outside of a porta potty that's open, and he's on his phone. My wife goes to get in. He says, oh, no, it's occupied. My girlfriend's in there. She's like, it's open. It says, it's green. Why not just flip it over and it'll be occupied? And he's like, no, trust me, someone's in there. She goes to try to get in, blocks her. And she says, well, if there's someone in there, just have them close it. And he's like, why don't you mind your business? This goes back and forth for a second. I literally said, honey, just don't worry about it. Let's go to another one. There's literally another porta potty open. But at this point, he makes a comment about her physical appearance, which was funny because she's 5'1", probably 115 pounds. This kid was 5'2", 120 pounds. He was so hammered and of no threat whatsoever. I literally broke them up. Like, honey, don't worry about this, buddy. Go wait on your girlfriend. Split them up and went our opposite directions and avoided those two getting into it. And he was so hammered and so tiny that it was literally of no threat, so I didn't do anything about it.
At least she picked a fight with somebody. Like, that would have been one that had it gone down.
That's
Isaac,
fair.
you probably would have been okay.
Yeah, game over. But that's what I told the girl. I was like, if anything happens, I'm the one that has to defend you.
Yep.
She's like, oh, he was tiny. Don't worry about it.
But that doesn't mean I want to get into a fight.
I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to break my hand.
Well, at least she picked on somebody small. And at least the numbers were 1 versus 1, where in our case we were outnumbered. Kang's case, it was a larger gentleman, was it not?
Oh, yeah. And she apologized after. She said, you're right. And she didn't realize. She said she was just heat of the moment thing, but it came out of nowhere, guys. I mean, I was just about to pull away, and then, hey, F you! Okay.
How long have you known your wife?
God, 9 years now?
Has she ever done anything like that before?
Not road rage, not like that, no.
So great.
At me, yes. Many times.
Let's go to Diane in Clinton Township. Hello, Diane.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, I was just telling the gentleman that answered the phone, this was years ago, my husband and I had gone to Greektown, and there was a gentleman walked into him that was drunk and spilled his drink all over my husband, and my husband was very cordial to the man because he knew he was drunk, but the little drunk guy was trying to pick a fight with my husband. My husband was trying to back off with him, So finally we got away from the guy, but I turned around and looked, and the gentleman put the middle finger up at my husband, and I broke his middle finger.
You what?
You did what?
I just grabbed the middle finger because I thought my husband was being so nice to him, and I broke the guy's middle finger.
Wow.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Wow.
That's not even like me. I just thought that was so rude because my husband was like going out of his way to kind of get away from this guy because this guy was so drunk.
What year was this?
This was about 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow, and that didn't land you in court?
No, because they said the gentleman's wife actually said he provoked it.
Right.
So when the police came, they said, we could really take you to court. And I said, but why? It was his fault.
The translation of that is his wife had enough.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I had to go through this before.
Enough.
It's about time somebody did something to you deserve it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I don't even know what came over me. I just grabbed that middle finger and it broke. You could see it was broke, but he was so inebriated you couldn't even tell. He couldn't even tell that he had a broken finger.
Look at you! Wow, don't mess with Diane. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't land her in court. Because I thought when she was going to say this was like 15 years ago. In this day and age, just about everything like that lands you in court, doesn't it?
You would think, yeah. But wife didn't want to support the husband there.
248-539-9797. Ticket text 97136. By the way, in the cool story of the day, happened over the weekend, See what Garth Brooks did?
I did.
There was a fan in like the second row at his concert that held up a sign. Garth Brooks, country performer, held up a sign that said, "You're the reason I play guitar." And in the middle of the show, sometimes you know how guys on stage can interact with the audience. He said, "Oh, really? What kind of guitar do you have?" I answer it, and he goes, "That's not a guitar. This is a guitar." And he just took the strap off and handed the guy the guitar he was using on stage. That has to go down as one of the absolute coolest things anybody ever got at a concert, game, anything like that. Like, what's the best thing you ever came away with? Because it's like baseball. Hockey puck is probably what it is for me.
I mean, being at the All-Star game, the home run derby, and I caught 2 home run balls during the derby. That was pretty great. Being at concerts, I've been fortunate enough to catch a couple guitar picks that were thrown my way. But I mean, the guitar, that's huge.
For you, you would have went crazy if somebody gave you a guitar.
Yes, without a doubt. And it's the actual one that they use. It's not like just some, I'm going to sign some guitars, and they sign like a cheap guitar and give it away to charity, which is still great because it's a signature guitar. But this was the actual guitar that he plays, which is an expensive guitar.
It's like the sticks they give away for the 3 stars of the Red Wing games.
Right.
Those aren't game used.
Right. But nonetheless, it's a signature on a stick, and you can put it up. But, yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I mean, Garth Brooks to do that, that's like Eddie Van Halen just saying, "Hey, you're a big fan, right? No, here's my guitar." What? I just got an EVH guitar. That's crazy.
Arena football where if the ball goes in the stands, you get to keep it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty awesome, too. But getting that guitar, the standard is you get a guitar pick or a drumstick.
Right.
Or a baseball or a hockey puck. You don't get a football, a bat, a guitar, a drum set.
I was at the years ago, the Royal Oak Music Theater in the 80s. I went to see Yngwie Malmsteen with Lita Ford in Black and Blue.
I was there.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. And my buddy, between the two of us, we had gotten, I got a Lita Ford guitar pick, which I was very happy with. My buddy had gotten an Yngwie Malmsteen guitar pick, a drumstick from the drummer, and also the drum skin. The guy signed a drum skin, threw it out, and my friend caught it as well.
Wow.
So that's almost a drum kit.
That's a good haul.
That's pretty crazy.
All right. What surprised you more? It's a question we asked on Twitter. We'll update you on the results. They were right around 50-50 earlier. 2 somewhat controversial moves made by local teams. We'll get to that today at 1:33. Karsch and Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket.